I replaced the screen on this MacBook not too long ago, and a week after I replaced the screen, the customer texts me saying, Dan, the screen went black. And I asked the customer, did you drop it? Did you crack the screen again? And the customer said, no. And I said, alright, bring it back here. I know this gonna happen because the way the customer handling the MacBook when I gave it to her after I fixed it, you'll see. On any laptop, either PC or Mac, the screen is very fragile. Most of the weight is on the bottom part right here. This is where the battery, the logic board, and all the heavy components is at the bottom. So you don't do like this. You don't carry your laptop or MacBook like this. No, you're gonna damage the screen. So after the customer brought the MacBook back, I ran a test with a high-speed camera, and this is what I see. Did you see it? No? Alright, I'll slow it down. Pay attention right here. You still don't see it? Alright, I'll slow it down even more. Here we go. As you can see from the video, there's like a white line that's running from the top of the screen to the middle of the screen. You may not see the damage from the outside because the screen looks fine, but actually the screen is cracked or damaged on the inside. Inside the screen here, in between the front glass and the back panel, there are many layers of very thin materials that can be easily damaged or cracked. Let me show you one perfect example here. Look at this MacBook. The screen looks perfectly fine. You don't see any scratch, no crack, and no damage that you can see on the screen. But when I turn it on, do you see right there and right there? The screen is cracked from the inside, and you can't really tell by just looking at it from the outside. You have to turn it on to be able to see the damage. Now you know how fragile this MacBook screen can be. I'm gonna show you how to carry the MacBook properly so you won't damage the screen. First, make sure that there's nothing on the MacBook. Alright? No mangoes, no change or coins, no pen or screwdriver bits, no spoon and fork, no earphone, and no earphone cable. And this is very important. Make sure that there's no charging cables or any cables dangling around here. And make sure that there's nothing on the MacBook here. And then you push the screen down, fold it from the top here to the bottom, like this. If you only have one hand, you can slide your fingers here from the side, lifting the MacBook from the bottom, like this. If you want to carry the MacBook with the screen opened like this because you want to show something to your friend, you can do that also by sliding your fingers at the bottom of the MacBook and lift it from the bottom like this. If you have two hands, you can slide your fingers from the side and lift the MacBook from the bottom and carry it like this. Same thing when the screen is opened. Slide your fingers from the side and lift it from the bottom. And don't carry your MacBook like this, alright? You're gonna break the screen if you carry your MacBook like this. Don't do it. Don't. Do not. Don't. So I told the customer, the screen is cracked because the way the customer lift up the MacBook by the screen and not by the MacBook itself. That's how she cracked it. And this kind of damage is not covered under my labor warranty or the part warranty. And no, the screen doesn't crack by itself, alright? There must be some mishandling, like what you see on the video. Maybe the customer dropped it, bumped it into something, and the screen is cracked from the inside. The customer seems pretty upset, and she cried. And I told the customer, alright, I'm gonna make one-time exception right here. I'm gonna fix the MacBook again at no extra charge. The customer doesn't have to pay $80 labor fee, but she may have to pay for the new screen because I'm not selling the screen. The screen have to be ordered from the seller. What I can do is I'm gonna contact the seller and see if the seller can take the old screen back and then send us another new screen. And 3 days later, I heard a good news from the seller. The seller willing to accept, let us send the old screen back, and the seller is going to send us a new screen, a new working screen. But we have to pay for the shipping fee. So I told the customer, there's a good news right here. The seller is going to take the old screen back, but you have to pay for the shipping fee because I'm not gonna pay for it. I already give the customer another free repair right here, so I cannot put the money out of my pocket. And the customer agreed. This is a very, very rare occasion right here where the seller is willing to accept the screen that we broke and replace it with a new one at no extra charge. It never happened before. God bless her. This time she got very, very lucky. Here we go. The broken screen is out. And this is the new screen. Installing the new screen. So yeah, this is part of the business. You gotta do the right thing, even if it means that you have to spend more time, do more repair, or maybe lose money. But this is part of the business. Because at the end of the day, not every repair is gonna be like this. You will still gonna make profits by the end of the day. Unless you sucks, then you gotta fix yourself first before fixing computer. And there you go. The new screen is installed and let's test it. There you go, Apple logo. Right, the new screen is installed, the MacBook is fixed, and hopefully the customer won't crack it again. That's it for now. Good night.